Everybody get up.
Evening folks, Dan Shizzle here. What I've got for you today is Mr. Stealthvape was kind enough to send me some samples of some new silica he's going to be stocking. This isn't going to be, we're just going to do a little look and then we're going to stick some in a dripper and then we're going to have a vape and then we'll see what it's like. But I'm going to do a bit of a comparison as well because this stuff is just immense. I mean, I'll do it when I get closer down, but the thickness of that EkoWool, Jesus Christ. We have some 4mm silica, which again, Jesus Christ, and some 5mm silica, which looks like it should be holding my trousers up rather than being inside a dripper, but again, Jesus Christ. Right. I'm going to do some comparisons. I've got some 2mm silica up here and some 3mm EkoWool, just so you can sort of see what sort of size it's going to be over your normal silica. I don't have any 3mm in at the moment, so I can't compare that. But I do have some 3mm EkoWool. So, right, we'll get down, we'll get the dripper out, we'll make a coil, or attempt to anyway. Sorry about that. Right, I'll see you in a second. Right, what I've got here is I've got the 5mm EkoWool sitting here next to some 3mm EkoWool. Now, where are we? There we are. Let's just turn that way. Yeah, as you can see, we are at quite a bit of difference there. This 3mm is not as flat as the 5mm. This is more rounded. If this was, let's just try and flatten a bit out. If this was flat, I'm expecting it to be just over half size. Yeah, just over half size. So there's the EkoWool. That shows how thick that is. This here is the 5mm silica. This here is the 4mm silica. And this here is 2mm silica. Now, as you can see, that is quite some bloody jump. I don't have any 3mm in at the moment, unfortunately, so this is just what I've got in. But there is quite a bit of difference there. This 5mm stuff is what I'm going to use today. Now, I have tried the 5mm EkoWool. The 5mm EkoWool performs in a dripper excellently. That's what my last wick was made of, which is the 5mm EkoWool. Now, with the EkoWool, I was able to put at least 10 drops before it started leaking out of the EkoWool. So that's a good, that's healthy, I would say. That is a healthy amount of liquid to have dripping. So I'm going to use this 6mm silica, this stuff here. Right, I'm going to be using some 0.20 camphor. Right, so we'll just clip a bit of that off, and we'll clip a bit of this off, say that much. Oh. Right, now because this is so thick, with 0.20 I would normally go for 4 wraps. With this I'm going to go for 3. So we'll just pull this up a little. There we are. Right, so we go 1, 2, 3 wraps. So we then need to get the AGI. we need to put the you have to excuse me, I'm not used to ReWicking on camera, so right, I'll tell you what I do. It's because I haven't left myself enough of a leg. So experimenting with Dan, maybe that should be a new thing. This is the first time I've used this 5mm silica, so you'll have to bear with me. There we are. Right, we've got 3 wraps just there. So what you want to do is you want to take the shorter end. This is just how I've always done it on my AGI. You want to take the shorter end and you want to put the shorter end through this hole here, like so. Then you pull it tight and you screw it down. There we are. Then you are well within your rights to just break that off. If it wants to break, of course. Some of them don't like to break and you have to snip them off. They are a set of, if I pronounce it right, thumb scissors. One of the best buyers I have had in a long while, actually. They just work for wicking so well. Right, wrap around, pull tight, hold with your finger, and then screw down. Now resistance, I don't have anything up here to test. The only sort of resistance check that I have got is to put a battery in the SID. If the SID fires it, it will give me an ohm reading. 2 seconds. LCD display, resistance. Right. Resistance sits at 1.8 on that coil there, so I'm quite happy with that. Now that was only 3 wraps. That is because of the thickness of this silica. The thickness of it, because you're not wrapping around, say, 2 of these. 2 of those, if I was to do 3 wraps on that, it would give me about 1.2 ohms. But because of the thickness of this silica, it gives you more sort of millimeters of wire, so you're getting more resistance. Right, so that is all done. That is all built. We're just going to snip this down now. There we go. And I just want to tuck the strands just so they're touching the bottom of our well, because then if we over drip, your silica will pick up all your juice. Right, I'm going to need to get a juice that I know what it tastes like. That will probably be mango. Right, just want a few drops. That one missed. Right, we just want to wet the wick basically, just so we can see. Now, as you can see, that is firing damn well. There is no hot spots, there is no nothing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this over onto a mech. This mech in particular, you should have seen my review on this, you should know what it is. Right, so then screw down. There we go. Hot spot there. Still a hot spot there. There we are. We are firing nicely now. So we'll re-douse that as testing is done. Then we'll come up and have a vape. You just want to always make sure if you're rebuilding a dripper to always sort of line up your coil. My coil is sitting right there, so I bring all of the wick under the top cap, and I always line up my air hole like so. Every time I do one, that is what I do. Right, instead of cutting, we'll just come straight back up. Makes my life easier, make your life easier. Right. Now, I do have a white background, so that's probably not going to help matters too much. But if I blow that way, as you can see, vapor production from this 5mm silica is damn outstanding. This isn't exactly a low ohm coil, this is 1.8. Now on 2 and 3mm silica I would go much lower than that and expect the same sort of performance I'm getting from this at 1.8. It is just a really, it helps with wicking to the point you can, with the, when I had the 5mm EkoWool in my dripper, it helps with wicking to the point where, let me just do the exposure quickly. There we are. It helps with wicking to the point you can use your well as a mini tank, because where it holds so much juice because of the thickness of it, you get away with over dripping. Now I can't get away with over dripping in the AGI, because if you over drip in the AGI it will leak. With this new silica I get away with over dripping. Now I suppose flavour is something I should talk about as well. Lately I have been mad for cotton. I use cotton in everything. My drippers, my tanks, my Ithaca, my everything is cotton. So this came through, me being used to the flavour of cotton. This just tastes so clean. And I'm not just sure if it's Stealthvape silica that makes it taste so clean or not, but it's just a clean taste. There's no hint of silica on the tongue. It's just clean wicking. Bloody awesome wicking. I'm gonna try and do another video if I've got enough for a few attempts. I should have. I'm gonna try and do a video of a micro coil on either the 4, I think I'll do a micro coil on the 4mm silica, because with this thickness of this silica's wicking capabilities, you are talking about a match made in heaven right there. A micro coil with the wicking of this thick silica. Right. So Stealthvape, just look at the size of it. Stealthvape are going to do, they're going to have this on their site very soon, if it's not already up. Knowing Stealthvape, it probably is already up. So yeah, go ahead and try some. It is just immense. As I said, that looks like it should be holding my trousers up. That does not look like it should be going in a dripping atomizer or any atomizer, but it works. It works well. I'm gonna actually stop there. I'm going to rebuild this with the 5mm EkoWool, just to give you a little look of how it looks on a device. Really, it's fair enough me holding it up and going, yeah, it's 5mm, but until you see it in an atomizer, you're not really going to know the size of it. So we'll pop back. In fact, if I just do this, it's sort of cheating, I know, but there we go. Right, so that was working perfectly. Can't believe I'm going to do this again, but it goes on. Right, there's our old wick, just done 5 minutes ago. Right, so we'll do a build with this EkoWool. I just want to grab a bit about that big, so it looks like a little tab. Now when I build this, I can't not fold it over, if you get what I mean. It's got to be folded, because if I was to build a coil that big, my resistance would be out of this world. So some more 0.20, about that much. I'm going to go for 3 wraps again. So I've got this folded over like so. You can build like this and let the wire squeeze in, but then all the wire is going to do is fold the silica like we're doing. So we start folded. Right. 1, 2, there we go. There's our 3 wraps. Now, I'm just going to use these to space out these coils a little. There we are. Right. I'll tidy those up again once they're in the device. So we want shortest piece through the hole again. Yeah, that went through. Then tie it down. Then we want longest piece. I'll go for a wrap this time. Through there like that. There we are. That is that rebuilt. Where did I put my scissors? There they are. So just want to snip. There we are. Get rid of the rubbish. And there we are. 3mm EkoWool. 5mm EkoWool. So I'm going to do what I done last time, and that is this. I fanned it out last time because that one just needs a little trim. Just a little haircut. Put that over to the side. Right, now what I've been doing with this EkoWool is just fanning it out and wrapping it over like that. Yes, it looks very pretty, but what that does, it allows me to over drip. You can see the thickness of that. I mean, if I put this up against the top cap, for instance, you can see just how much EkoWool is there. It is just immense, like really immense. So we got our 3 wraps. We got our EkoWool in. Let's give it some juice. There I go with the over dripping. But this silica, this EkoWool I should say, can take over dripping. So there is our doused EkoWool. Now that was about 1 mil I put on there, and as you can see, EkoWool's nice and wet. It's gonna feed that coil really nicely. there we go. So top cap back on. Remember to always line up your air hole, as I said before. There we are. So back on the mechanical it goes. Have firing and a hotspot. Wow, big hotspot. There you go. No more hotspots. Done. Right. Bit more liquid. And we're ready to go. You can just see how well that is firing. It's just immense. Right. Back on with the top cap. And then we are ready to have a vape. Performance wise, the 5mm EkoWool, I haven't tried the 5mm silica before this video, but the 5mm EkoWool and the 5mm silica seem to be on like an even keel. They perform just as well as each other. Just good, it's good stuff. Right, I think I've rambled on enough, but I am really impressed with this thick silica, with this thick EkoWool and silica. I'm gonna have to order some more now because 2mm just doesn't cut it, especially when you can be using that. Right, I've been down for Chisel. I'll see you in the next one.